Hey guys, so I've been teasing it for a while. I've been going through my 1400 Morgan silver dollars and trying to find all the major varieties. I've got looking for the top 40, top 50, top 100 or hot 50, elite clashed, and if you look at Variety Vista, Vam World, it's got a WOW series, WOW. Not sure if PCGS, not sure if I'm even going to be, in fact, I don't think I'm going to be sending these to PCGS. I think I'm going to be sending them to Annex. And if there's anything that comes back better than expected or whatever, then maybe I'll resubmit it to PCGS. But if you've watched my latest video about my problems with PCGS, that's why, and I'll put it at the top right corner. So anyway, this is what I've come up with. I had this thing full, overflowing with some. That was my preliminary search through them. So I'm starting to go through these more now. Still need to double check all these. I've thinned them out. Some were cleaned, which I don't really care. I'm looking for variety. So as long as I can get them, if they come back as a details coin with a variety, that's fine. I'm just trying to fill out my varieties. However, if I have an option of one that's not details versus, maybe a not such a nice grade or something. Anyway, this is what I've sorted through so far. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a series out of this of shorter videos. Otherwise, this is going to just go on for an hour or two. So I'm going to just start with 1878 and go through them with you, and you can give me any tips or pointers of what you think I should submit, or if you think I'm totally wrong with my variety. Or again, if it's clean, it's okay. Go ahead, call it out. That's fine. Make a comment. That's all good. I'm trying to sort out the cleaned ones, but like I said, if I don't have that variety in anything but a clean coin, then I'm keeping it. So here we go. Don't pay too much attention to all the different labeling I've got on it. I've gone through these things several times. All right. So I have this one as a VAM 19, 1878S VAM 19. Some of these, the grading that I put on them, that's initial. I haven't looked at them so much for the grade as I have for the varieties. But you can let me know what you think the grade would be on some of these. It's got a double Liberty, a torn bonnet, should be a hitless 40, and they're calling it a WOW coin. Again, I don't know if Annex or PCGS puts the WOW label on it, but it should be nice. You can see the double Liberty there at the bottom of the lettering and to the left as well. And the torn bonnet between the wheat leaves and behind the, I guess that's a cotton leaf, the big gash right there. At any rate, there's a zoomed out view. Now I got a feeling people are gonna say it's been cleaned, and maybe it has, I don't know, I'm seeing some scratches on the between the cheek and the face, but you saw those zoomed in. I don't know, the lines in the devices, the background, I'm not really seeing them. They're kind of on the face. I don't know, it might come back details. I mean, I've sent them in and seen less than that, and it came back as details. And I sent them in with way worse than that, and they came back graded. So obviously I'm not really good at catching the cleaning unless it's a very obvious cleaning. But let me know what you think in the comments. This would be the 1878S VAM 19 torn bonnet. As far as the grade goes, now that we've all taken a closer look at it, if it doesn't come back as details, I'm guessing, I mean, it's a good strike on the obverse. Reverse is pretty good too. I'm gonna say 63 on this one. Let me know what you guys would grade it in the comments. All right, 1 down, 2 to go. Or I can't even count. 1 down, 3 to go. Sorry. Okay, this one, 1878S VAM 111, question mark. So this one I did a short on already, and I'm not entirely sure what this would get graded at. Another reason I want to send these to Anax is because despite my problems with PCGS, Anax covers all of the varieties from Vam World. So if it's not a 111 and it doesn't match, or say it's not a 111 but maybe it's a 110 or 70 or hypothetically whatever, then they'll grade it at that. Whereas PCGS doesn't recognize all the varieties. So say they might recognize VAM 111, great, but if they don't, then say it's a VAM 110, they don't recognize a 110. So that's why. Anyway, here's a zoomed out view. It's got a scratch behind the bonnet there I'm not crazy about. I'm not sure if that must be just a scratch across the cheek and neck there. But it's not too bad, not too much chatter, a little bit weaker strike than the last one. Yet the reverse strike looks a little bit better, more definition in the chest feathers, but more chatter on the back too. This one is not really looking like it could be clean to me anyway. I would probably give it a 63. I know ignore the grading that I wrote on the packaging. I wrote MS64, but at any rate, she's got a cut on her lip there, and that back there behind the bonnet is a deeper scratch, so probably 62, actually. I'm gonna call it a 62, so, okay. Anyway, I got this one as the VAM 111, but still questionable with the double rib. There's that came out quite good actually. The double rib, you can see at the bottom of the serifs there on the RIB. I believe one of the attributions is the lettering is doubled in Liberty. Sorry for my shaky hands. There's some clashing under the lips. I don't think that's an attribution or a part of the attribution. The 4-star on these is often broken. This one is not, and that's part of the attribution for the RIB. Pretty much the double rib, think there's 4 of them listed on PCGS. And my problem is that for the 111, between the wing and the leg there on the left, your left, my left, there's like itty bitty indicators. Like they're super hard to see. Same with in the tail feathers. Problem is, I don't see them, and I'm wondering. You can see the strike is kind of weak. You can see the fields behind the tail feathers between the legs there. Yeah, it is a weak strike when it comes to that portion, and I'm wondering if because it's a weak strike that maybe that's why I can't find the indicators. I don't really know, but at any rate, oh yes, the R in trust it's got the top bar where it's supposed to have that for the, well actually no, for the most popular version of the double rib, it doesn't have that part, is broken off. So that's another one where I think for 2 of the 4 on PCGS anyway, it's showing that it's broken, so it doesn't match those. So here's the thing about this one too. If it is the 111, which I'm not sure I'd be that lucky, if you go to PCGS website and look at the pictures, they have only very poor versions, like 40s and stuff, in grading for this one, and they're worth, I think they were worth thousands. So this is obviously better than a 40. So I would hope if it is a 110, 111, I've got a very nice example of it, but without those dye indicators, I kind of doubt it's going to come back that it's probably some obscure one, or maybe one that's not even listed. You can also see she's got a doubled nostril too. I saw it there for a second, but I'm having a hard time getting it back. My lighting isn't the best, but anyway, I would, what did I say? I think I said a 62 on this one. So again, let me know in the comments. 1878S, let's just call it a VAM 111 for now, so there's a reference for you to comment on it. Or the double rib, let's do that, call it double rib instead. And it should be a hot 50. Hopefully it's a hot 50. So leave a comment. 2 left. This one, 1878 VAM 17A, and I've got B or C up there. Looks like I got it labeled as cleaned. It's got a broken star, elite clashed. As you can see, it's definitely cleaned. All those lines between, and they transition between the face and the fields really obviously. So this one is easy to say that it was cleaned. If you're new to this and watching this, you can use that as a very obvious. Sometimes you gotta let the light hit them just right to see it, but that's what you're looking for. Obviously, scratches going between the fields and devices. Okay, so some of the markers for the VAM 17A. You're looking for that 4th star on the right to be completely broken off. The polishing, the dye's been polished down, so by the maker's mark there, you just have a few pieces of hair floating around. They talk about length and denticles. up at the top, but I have a hard time determining if those are wider than normal, and I have no way to measure them. So looking for dentical impressions below the OLL. And you can see them there. There's also some under the tail feathers by the arrow. Feathers. There's a line on the wreath between the leaf above the L, between the ribbon and the leaf. A very dark line there, you can see. That's a distinguishing mark. And a weak strike on the feathers there. You can see the shininess in the feathers, so that definitely a weak strike. So I'm pretty much basically 99% sure that this is a 17A, but I have B or C because some of the characteristics are just so slight, the differences between them. Unfortunately, I don't have a non-clean version, so this will definitely come back details, and I wrote AU details, so sadly. Ugh, it's bad too, but I don't have one. It's a hitless 40 coin, it's an elite clashed, and I don't have that, so I'd like to get it in my registry if that's what it is. So leave a comment below. What do you think? Am I right on this one? 1878S VAM 17A. Last one on this one, guys. I thought these were gonna be shorter, but it's looking like it's still gonna have some time to it. So that's why we can't go through the whole box in one video. So 1878S VAM 18A Spaghetti Wing. This one is, if I remember right, this one is kind of a weaker strike. And looking at it right now, maybe it's cleaned as well. Kind of looking like it, ain't it? Between the cheek. So what I look for when I'm looking for clean, like some of these that PCGS is labeled cleaned on me, has super light marks. So now I'm paranoid about it. Like this, it's so weird. I've got them back where they looked like they were definitely clean to me. And I'm assuming it's the difference between polishing marks and cleaning. But what I try to look for is the lines that carry through from the device through the fields. And it's looking to me like there might be some right here. But I got one back. I'm pretty sure that's cleaned. I mean, they're all kind of going through. They don't go straight up to the edge of the device, which would be difficult to do if you're just scrubbing it with something. So yeah, this is probably going to be, I would call this one probably Unk Details. Man, that sucks. I've actually gotten rid of several already because I realized that they were cleaned. But whatever, I can't send them all in anyway. Just trying to get, like I said, the best of the best if I have multiple of them, or trying to just get one to start with in my registry. I can always find better ones down the road. So, sorry, I got distracted there. My label says AU. Maybe I was thinking that was damage. I'm gonna say Unk Details. Probably low 60, 60, 61. if it weren't cleaned. Anyway, spaghetti wing.
Five hours later.
It took a really long time for me to be able to get that to you. So it's not as spectacular as the pictures on Vam World, but you can definitely see it there in the wing. This side too. So I think it's just a weaker strike, but it's a spaghetti wing. You have no idea how long it took me to actually be able to get it to focus to show you that. I really need to get a digital microscope, and maybe I will by the end of this series, because this is pretty annoying having to hold the loop to the phone. But at any rate there, guys, there you have it. The 1878 series of my varieties, my variety hunt. So please leave a comment on each coin. This one's an 1878 VAM 18A spaghetti wing. Let me know what you think. Some of these aren't worth a whole lot, but that's another reason for sending them into Annex, especially being clean and all. So I just want to get the variety, that's all. Let me know what you think. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this, please smash the like button, and I will see you on the next one, 1880s. Take it easy.